With England making hay on day 2 and only 3 wickets down, the home fans and batsmen could only really expect more of the same on day 3. Maybe only the weather can contain England. Rain did affect the morning session, but with the players back out, Owen Morgan reached his 4th Test 50. The Middlesex batsman perhaps fortunate after being dropped on 17 and 43. The Indian attack did move the ball around in the overcast conditions, but could not stop the 4th wicket moving past 100. Alastair Cook had averaged 5 from the first 2 tests against India, but more than made up for those un-Cook-like stats with his 2nd Test double ton. The landmark coming off 378 balls. England then passed 500, but the 2 lefties hadn't exactly plundered the bowling in the morning. And when more rain brought an early lunch, the pair had only added 47 runs in the first session. The hosts reached 503 at lunch, Cook on 206 and looking for lots more runs, Morgan 66 not out and chasing his 2nd Test 100. India having bowled better in the conditions, but the figures still making horrendous reading for Duncan Fletcher and his coaching staff. Not a terrible session for the tourists, but they urgently need wickets. Cook and Morgan continue to push on after the lunch break. A watchful Morgan with the first boundary of the day. A delightful cover drive, adding more substance to the 4th wicket partnership. At 563 for 3, a strange twist as the players come off for bad light. India looking to take the new ball are denied by the umpires and lack of power for the floodlights. Dhoni and his men happy to take a break. When play resumes, Cook passes his highest Test match score of 235 and the partnership eases past the 200 mark. Owen Morgan moves into 3 figures for the 2nd time in his Test career. The 24-year-old getting there with 10 fours and taking 188 balls. Suresh Raina eventually breaks the partnership, Morgan holding out to Virender Sehwag at short extra cover for 104. The 4th wicket adding 222 runs and England 596 for 4. Ravi Bopara came in with everything to lose, and lose he did. The Essex man LBW for 7 off the bowling of Amit Mishra and not likely to bat again in this match. England now 605 for 5. Alastair Cook reaches 250 runs. The opener totally at ease with the Indian bowling and still going. Matt Pryor comes in to play shots and extend the lead, but is Mishra's 3rd victim, well caught by a scampering Sachin Tendulkar for 5. England go past the previous highest Test total at Edgbaston of 633, set by themselves in 1979, and reach tea on 646 for 6, 422 runs ahead, Cook 266 and Tim Bresnan 19. India take the new ball after tea, but it doesn't have the desired effect as England move to 650 and India skipper Dhoni takes a nasty knock on the finger. The hosts then go past their highest ever Test score against India of 653. Cook and Bresnan adding 50 for the 7th wicket and England totally dominant. Records continue to tumble, 661 for 6 being England's 3rd highest Test total of all time and climbing. Another short break for light disrupts the flow briefly, but when Cook and Bresnan return to the crease, England passed the 700-run mark for the first time since 1938. Bresnan bringing it up alongside his 50 with a big 6 over long on. Alastair Cook can't quite get to the treble ton, falling for 294 after slicing to Raina at 3rd man. A great innings, and finally Strauss makes the declaration at 710 for 7 and a huge lead of 486 for India to chase down in order for England to bat again. With 13 overs still available in the day, England make the perfect start. Sehwag driving at Anderson and nicely pouched by Strauss. The opener suffering the ignominy of the king pair. Rahul Dravid and Galton Gambia survived to the close on 18 and 14 respectively, despite a massive appeal against Gambia that was probably hitting. India 35 for 1 and still trailing by 451 runs. So another dominant day for England, likely needing just 9 wickets to become the best test team in the world.